Students, good morning. Students, today in this video lecture we are going to discuss about the five kingdom system of classification. Yes students, this system of classification is most accepted and was given by R.S. Whittaker in 1969, as you all of you very well know that. So students, Whittaker separate the kingdom fungi, or you can say that fungi, from the kingdom plantae and make a new kingdom that is called kingdom fungi on the basis of complexity of cell, complexity of body organization and mode of nutrition. So the kingdom system become 4 to 5. There are the kingdom Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. So let's go on our first kingdom, that is the kingdom Monera. Students, kingdom Monera, it includes all kinds of bacteria. Yes students, bacteria are the sole member of this kingdom. It includes all kinds of ancient as well as modern, both kind of bacteria, which shows the unicellular body organization, autotrophic as well as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So students, the basis of complexity and their habitat, the bacteria, or you can say that kingdom Monera, are primarily classified into following two groups. The first one is the Archaea bacteria. Students, the term Archaea is derived from the Greek word Archaea, that means primitive or ancient. What? Primitive or ancient. It means it is a group of primitively developed or ancient bacteria which can survive in diverse climatic conditions, as well as their habitats are so different according to the past situations on the earth. The Archaea bacteria are classified on the basis of their habitat and mode of nutrition, as well as the substances they produces after the oxidation. They are classified into following three categories. What are they? These are the methanogens, halophils and thermoacidophils. Students, methanogens, all ancient bacteria, all are heterotrophic And students, one thing more, all types of archaeobacteria has lack of uramic acid in their cell. Lack of uramic acid and peptidoglycan also. Peptidoglycan also in their lipid layer. So students, the first one is the methanogens, second one is the halogens, and third one is the thermoacidophils. So today we are just going to describe about the archaeobacteria, and here the eukarya or eubacteria are also taken. It includes all the modern bacteria, it means which can survive in favorable climatic conditions that almost prevails on whole biosphere regime. All the bacteria are mainly unicellular, and most of them are autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Most are autotrophic and few are heterotrophic. Autotrophic and few are heterotrophic. So students, first of all, we are going to describe about methanogens. As their name clear that methanogens, you all of you study about methane gas. Yes students, these are the bacteria and commonly called methane bacteria. These are the bacteria usually found in biogas digester, in the intestine of ruminant animal, in their rumen, it means in cow, buffalo, goat, which eat grasses, and their stomach has 4 chambers are called ruminant animals. Inside the rumen, these bacteria are present, and the most important function of these bacteria, by utilizing carbon dioxide, water, and they on oxidizing form methane gas. So these are also found in the marshy region, because the marsh means methane. Coal fields, in coal fields there are marsh gas detectors are applied to detect about any kind of leakage of the methane gas, because in coal fields the methane gas are also formed due to high temperature and pressure. The carbon atoms get react with the moisture, and a kind of chemical reactions take place, so that in fossil fuel like coal, methane also found with the presence of methanogen bacteria. What we find? We find that these bacteria can also sustain their life in very diverse climatic conditions. So, the main function of the methane bacteria is production of methane. As we are introduced about the biogas or gobar gas plants in our neighboring in villages, where with the help of cow dung the methane gas is produced, that is also used for cooking and production of electricity. Due to presence of these bacteria in that biogas digester. Next to the halophils, students. Halophils, as you all of you know about halogens. What are halogens? The chlorine, bromine, iodine, these are called halogens. And students, these halogens are the kind of elements that along with the alkali metal form salts. Yes, like NaCl, sodium chloride, FCl, and like that many more salts are formed in this by this type of halogens. So barium chloride also. And students, the halophils are the kind of bacteria which are found in salty regions. It means they are generally found in the sea coast shores where more and more number of salinity is found in their surrounding. So they are these are the bacteria which can survive their life in saline climatic conditions, and also responsible for the formation of calcium salts, magnesium salts, and salts of other phosphates where they are present. Next is student thermoacidophils. As their name clear that thermo means temperature, acido acid, and phils bacteria. These are the kind of bacteria which can sustain their life above 80 degrees Celsius temperature and also below 0 degrees Celsius temperature. They are utilizes hydrogen sulfide and sulfur dioxide to react with the water to form the acidic substances or acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. So the thermoacidophils, the name is after they can survive below 0 degrees Celsius temperature. It means in minus degree Celsius temperature as well as above the 80 degrees Celsius temperature in hot water lakes and other such kind of Atlantic sea water. So their name thermoacidophils is confined due to production of the some kind of acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, numeric acid. These are the some types of acids which are produced by them, and they are found in the acidic environment at high or low temperature. That's why called thermoacidophils. About eubacteria, we are going to know about them in more detail with diagrammatic representation, because these are the modern forms of bacteria and have very diverse and complex structures. So we study about them in our next video lecture. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.